Hey guys, good Monday morning. I wanted to pop on here and get some videos recorded to help walk you guys through the research project that we're going to be finishing out the year with. Now, of course, you can, if you have any questions, you can email me, you can send me a reminder, or even better, you can pop on during my office hours, okay? So this is actually an assignment. It's based on a project that ESPN did several years ago, and it was called 8 Things You Need to Know. And they did all different topics. It was like 8 things you need to know about, being a shortstop in Major League Baseball. 8 things you need to know about being an NFL referee. 8 things you need to know about how the lines are painted on a baseball diamond. So it was any number of topics. It was a really cool series. And so we have taken this idea and we're going to combine it with the short answer questions that we've been doing throughout the year, where you're working with quoted material. You make a topic sentence, you find your quote, you embed it, you contextualize it, and then you explain it. So it's kind of an extension of that. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to show you the assignment that will be posted once I get all these videos recorded and get this, this extra information put in here. So where it says watch this video for detailed instructions, that's what I'm recording right now. That's this video. All right. So it says to select a topic from the variety of options below. So there's like 16, I think, of them, 12, 16. You'll choose something specific within the broad topic suggestions. For example, if you choose mental health, then you might want to take it specifically and choose depression or anxiety. This topic is something you should be passionate about, something you have an interest in, something you're willing to spend time and effort researching, reading, and discovering more about the specifics of the topic. Excuse me. Based on your selected topic, you'll formulate an overarching question that you answer through the research that you conduct. In your research, you're going to find 3 facts, not the 8, but we're doing 3 facts that you believe others should know about your topic. To share the facts with your reader, you will format your response using the SAQ response format. The topic sentence, the embedded and contextualized source text. I'm going to say contextualize. Let me change this real quick. And embedded source text and an explanation. In addition to the written component, you'll provide a visual component of 6 to 10 images that relate to your topic. Now, when I talk about contextualizing and embedding your source, do you remember in your composition book, you should have this green sheet, and at the top part, it says introducing quotations, and the bottom sections is explaining quotations. So those are what you're going to use. And I will also, if you, again, I know some of you got away without your composition books, so I will post, I think I have just this page. This is actually part of like a 20-page packet of templates that I give my on-ramps kids, students rather. But I think I was able to pull this one out by itself. So I will link this in as well, so you'll have access to it if you did indeed get away with it. So I do want to pop over. I've already put a copy or a sample of the finished project out on Google Classroom. So let me go to Google Classroom real quick. It's under research. We have a new title. Of course, we're finishing up Fahrenheit 451. And we are starting a new, again, our final assignment of the year, the big assignment of the year. And the sample, go ahead and pull this up. Pull it in present mode as soon as I can get there. It gives me the option. Boom. I hope it does. There we go. So in this case, the big topic, well, it's abuse, and then this is what Ms. Dunn put this together, and then specifically emotional abuse. And I'm going to look at some of the topics and talk about how to choose a topic. And then within that, you have to choose a question. Well, you don't choose a question, you're going to come up with a question. So maybe if you're thinking about this, you might think, well, what is meant by emotional? Like, what does that even mean? That could be your starting point. So the first, or actually in this case, the second slide is going to be images. You can see even down here, looks like a GIF or GIF, the GIF, you know, of a person of a tear falling. So you're going to put together a collection of images that to you represent your topic. And again, in this case, it was emotional abuse. Your third slide is some information on emotional abuse, just kind of some general background information. And then this is where you're going to begin to use your textual support. Okay, so you're going to, so after you provide the summary, then in this case, this topic sentence is emotional abuse is any abusive behavior that isn't physical. All right, and so then you can see the researched information in here. She forgot to put in citations, parenthetical citations. So again, you're going to use your research to back your claim here. So basically what you're doing is you're answering the questions. So in this case, the question was, what is emotional abuse? Well, the first answer is it's any abusive any abusive behavior that isn't physical. And so then she goes on and explains that. You'll notice right here, sorry, I have emails popping in. She doesn't simply drop this quote in. She says, according to the organization One Love, okay, and that's how she's setting it up. That's like when we would say, according to the article by author so-and-so. That's this contextualization, meaning these aren't my words, these are someone else's words. So according to the organization One Love, when infantilizing speech is used, like infantile speech is used, for example, baby, it can be interpreted as a term of endearment. However, so here's the actual quote, in the context of emotional abuse, where the intent is malicious, these behaviors can be extremely cutting, especially when disguised as affection or an innocent remark. Okay? And then she goes on and explains it. She actually kind of explained it beforehand and afterwards. When a term such as baby is used repetitively as a way to mock the intelligence of the other person in an effort to make them feel small, this becomes a form of emotional abuse. Okay, so it's explaining what is meant by this using certain speech and how that constitutes emotional abuse. Okay, so this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to come up with your question, and then you're going to have 3 basically topic sentences that you're going to respond to within that particular, with your answers. And then the second one, and she didn't do it because we didn't want to give you guys all the answer. So emotional abuse may include verbal aggression, intimidation, manipulation, and humiliation. Okay, so then of course you would offer an explanation to that. You would offer your contextualized quote that supports this, as well as a further explanation. And then the third short answer question, emotional abuse aims to diminish another person's sense of identity, dignity, and self-worth. And then again, you would offer some further explanation, provide your contextualized, quoted material, as well as an explanation. And again, I'm going to put a template out there for you, so you'll have this in a template form. And then your works cited. So you need at least 3 sites. I'm sorry, 3 resources. And we're going to talk a little bit later. I'm going to put together a video on what constitutes a credible source. Okay, so that's what you're putting together. And this is what we're going to be working on over the next couple of weeks. We're going to take it in pieces. Let me go back to the actual assignment itself. Okay, so those are just let's see, your objective is to provide background information and details about your cause that help the audience understand your cause and why it is so important. Okay, so this is just kind of, again, the an overview of the assignment. And now I'm going to go into, notice it says down here, watch this video prior to selecting a topic. Well, I'm going to put together a video now to address that. So let me stop sharing, and I'll see you back here in just a minute.